Richards, but he's out. So Simons again in the ball in the air, clipping it wide, and very good catch, and it pleased Pat Rafter. Why wouldn't he be?
Once again, Stewie Law push that one through a little bit quicker. And a great catch. Watching the ball very closely there. Got a great eye, Paddy Rafter.
Looking good, my man.
Viv saying that Gucci's looking good, my man. Sarah Isaac, Vivian Alexander Richards from Antigua. Test average of over 50. An amazing one-day record as well. 15,000 runs for his country. And the most destructive player of his generation by a long way. Played a season for Queensland in the Sheffield Shield competition. And just going to take a while to get his eye in, Viv, I think, Brett.
Yeah, he might just hang around for a couple of balls there.
Thank you.
Straight off the middle. Leans back, cuts that one. Great shot.
Shot.
Well, Viv, he made 153 not out in a one-day game at the MCG against Australia. 189 for the West Indies. At one stage, the West Indies 7 for 113. Viv finished up making 189 from that position. Down on the boundary line is Neil Evans, and with him a man caught by a tennis player, Andrew Simons.
Well, Simo Hooksy was just saying, caught by Pat Rafter. You were hitting everything out of the middle until he came along.
Yeah, I guess we've found another Queenslander with safe hands, I suppose. A good catch. Hit it quite well.
You are hitting the ball well, and I tell you what, but there's some of these guys out of the game now are hitting the ball well.
Yeah, it's great to see them all back. Just obviously the raw when Viv walked to the wicket there. Be good, you know, if he can treat them to a few, that'd be nice.
Absolutely, and no doubt you enjoyed giving your Bulls teammate Stewie Law a nice little hammering there a little bit.
Oh yeah, Stewie has threatened with the ball. Not too much in the middle at the moment, but in the nets he just wobbles them around still.
And you yourself personally, you must be happy with the way you are hitting the ball. I mean, you're in a strong Bull side, and there's a cue for this Australian side, but you're going well.
Yeah, Queensland's doing really well, mate, and you know it was good to have a good hit out against South Australia before the Chrissy break, but Greg Blewett batted really well, and Dietz from South Australia, but we gave it our best shot.
Okay, Simo, we'll let you go. Thanks very much.
Thanks.
So Shane Warne to bowl to Graham Gooch. At the other end is Viv Richards, and that is a contest that one would have liked to have seen in the past. Warne just not with his usual run-up.
Yeah, fantastic sight. A lot of Australians will be keen to see with Shane Warne there. He's back. His finger feels good, he's telling me, and just a great sight.
Shane Warne trying to set the record for the fastest leg break over. Just standing there. Obviously just trying to make sure that finger works okay. And pretty amazing, really. He's just standing there and basically rolling his arm over, and yet 3 balls have landed on the spot, Brett.
Amazing, certainly sums him up. David, he's for a person who's been out of the game for a couple of weeks now, it's just too easy, and it just walks straight back in and gets his line length straight away. With some drift, mind you.
He's played a club match for St Kilda, his club side, last weekend in Melbourne. Bold warning. Didn't take long for Ian Healy to go back into old habits. Well, there are 2 of the 5 Wisden players of the century. They're both out in the middle at the moment. Viv Richards and Shane Warne. It's 2 for 90. So Shane Warne would be pleased to have got through and over.
No.
Not sure.
Just you know, just get your work on your technique rather than do anything.
So the Australian selector talking to Shane Warne. Not sure whether is Shane Warne going to go and walk on the moon this afternoon, Brett.
Very, very trendy shoes, aren't they? Yeah, certainly the Nike. Come up with some fantastic shoes lately. And there we go. A little bit loud, but they're certainly out there.
Stuart Law to continue. Bowling to Vivian Richards. A little bit hurried on, and we heard Brett Lee talk about the change of pace that Stuart has. Although this game is not at the intensity of a test match, there's enough pride on place. I think there's something like over 98,000 test runs in these two teams and over 70,000 one-day runs, Brett. So people still got their own egos, and so they should.
Absolutely, like a world of experience out there too.
Running.
Gucci thought about the one over the top, but it wasn't quite there. Playing very well, Graham Gooch.
Got the trademark helmet on there with the no face grill. He's worn for the majority of his career.
Well, what a thrill for this crowd to see Viv Richards back at the Gabba. Graham Gooch as well. Well done, bowled it. No, nice slow ball from Stuart Law. He's trying to mix them up. And again, 2400s, 4550s, 291 against England way back in 1976. Along with Shane Warne, one of the 5 Wisden cricketers of the century. Great thing for Shane Warne to be in that company as a current player. Single for Viv Richards to retain the strike.
It's 2 for 93.
Used to happen.
Nice banter between the two.
Just picked up where you left off, you know. That counted a bit, huh? Huh? These times, man, you got to do that. Huh? Yeah, I lost it early.
Just chance to get a
As you would
breath back, mate.
expect from a champion player,
back
pretty
here,
much all around the wicket. The cross signifies a dropped catch.
Vic, just come up a bit. We need to catch it.
Alan Border in the gully dropped the catch. I think the next stage would be to put the person's name under it to highlight they dropped the catch.
Waiting now.
Well, that may well have been the first ball that Shane Warne has ever bowled to Viv Richards. Warne loved to get him out, and wouldn't Viv love to whack him out of the park?
I can't see Viv holding back too much here, David.
Well, Ian Healy is the man for the testimonial. Can you hear us, Heels?
Yeah, I got you hooked.
Now, take us through Shane's delivery. We want to know exactly what's coming down the pitch, whether it's the wrong and the flipper, the zutta, the toppy, the mystery
Tubby will
ball.
tell you where to go. We're just having a bit of trouble with our first slip position, first hook. Tubby's been saying for 18 months, Junior's got no idea about where to stand first slip to Warnie or to McGill. So we're just getting that right. Yeah, he hasn't really got a clue either. Leg spinner.
Cut away nicely. In front of point as well. Generally, you know when a player's in great form if they do cut the ball in front of point. That's the furthest Alan Border's run for 11 years in one stint. And now, Alan, take us through your health and fitness now.
Yeah, that is right. Hooks is the furthest I've run for quite some time. And the arm's gone as well.
Good pace there, AB.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Brett.
What about
Don't get by there.
Warnie's finger, AB? Looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's come out well. Like, he's really happy with the way it feels. You know, no pain. He's just sort of going through the sort of techniques of get him back into bowling, but he's got no pain, so that's the main thing.
Wide called by umpire Venkat, who's just come off the test match in Adelaide. Rafter's on fire, backward point. Move over, Ricky Ponting. Winning Pat Rafter, 20 overs gone, 2 for 98.
He's always been very quick across the grass.
That's it. Count the balls, Gucci.
Good skills there for Pat Rafter.
That's the cross-court forehand. Just going past Sampras's backhand. Warming up, Pat Rafter and Alfie Langer, the 2 12th men. They will be opposed in the 40th over of each innings. Obviously, in this part of the match, Rafter will bowl to Langer. The reverse will occur.
You don't come here for 2 weeks, like, huh?
Pat Rafter may be inviting Viv to come up from Antigua to Bermuda, just up the road.
I'd almost back Pat Rafter to be a bit of a quickie, I think, David, with his build.
Pat Rafter, we heard from him earlier, thoroughly enjoying himself out there, and why wouldn't he be?
White 10.
Ian, he's still there behind the stumps.
Yeah, I've got you.
Now, I want to know about your captaincy skills out here. Pat Rafter's been off the tennis scene for a long time with a sore shoulder. He came on and you stuck him down at 3rd man.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of autographs to be signed down there. So that's why he's down there to start with.
Not worried about the Davis Cup, Ian?
Well, I'm treating him like a big boy, you know. I hope he will pull a throw if he's starting to sore up in the shoulder. But he's on fire at the moment, as you say. He's loving it, throwing well. That catch, I gave him no chance of catching it, and he's done it easy.
It was a genuine cricket catch.
Really was. Simon's hit it with good strength and good power, and he moved. That's that sideways tennis movement, I reckon. And he got there easy. Well, big.
Through the chase. Warning Pat Rafter can swap scars on their shoulders post-match. You'll be pleased to know, Ian, if you can still hear us, that Brett Lee continues the tradition up here in the commentary box of fast bowlers. After Pat took that catch, he said the cricket ball is harder than the tennis ball.
Yeah, I heard him also follow you up, Hooksy, after you said how many runs have been scored out here. He said that's another good shot.
And 4 runs.
After you said there's been over 98,000 and over 70,000 runs in one day as out here, and he said, and also a lot of experience.
Fast bowlers.
That's exactly right, mate.
Yeah, good on you, Binger.
Congratulations, Heels.
Thanks, Bing. Lovely to have you up here, mate.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Must be a top feeling out there, mate.
It's pretty hot out here, actually. The bowlers are struggling a bit in the heat, especially Billy and Merv are struggling a bit. And I've got to send someone down to 3rd man. Go on your Tubbs. So, yeah, they've struggled a bit. And I'm fearing their 2nd spell. And at the moment, we're supposed to have 3 catches at the moment. Still 3 No, we're not. Oh, no.
He got the 3rd man in, he got rid of the first slipper, and that's why we keepers struggle to make good captains, Hills.
Yeah, I know how Gilly feels now. No, it's we're supposed to have 2 catches now, and we're allowed 4 men out. So we're being pretty liberal, pretty liberal with our field placings. There's plenty of gaps out here and plenty of room over the infield. We want a good total, but maybe we've got to peg it in a bit now. 2 for 110 off 21.
Ordinary captaincy, I'd say.
2 for 110.
Mate, the instructions were leave
Michael
Warney
Slater
down.
used to going past.
Not Tubby. Leave Tubby there. Mate, can't you listen?
Jesus, tough here. Tough at the top, I tell you. Now, Hook, do you want to do anything with Warney's over?
Yeah, we'll just take it. You can commentate the entire over, Ian.
All right.
We'll leave it with you.
Okay, well, I'm battling. Hang on over here. Booney, you go just 45. Laura will go behind square. Stay there, Slats. Stay there. Yes, no, come up, Hilly. We'll give him 1 hit over. Righto, Warney.
Take us through it, Hills.
I just didn't want to upset Viv there. You can hear me, and I'll probably After that one as well. Warney just dragging down that leg spinner. The wicket's real good here, so the spinner's got to be real careful to make sure he's on a length and a line. Rafter didn't hold back again then. I might square AB up. That'll do, Abe. That's good bowling. Full leg spinner. Wasn't ever going to turn too much. Just go on with the...
How about a bit of leg side stumping in your heels? Is there any signal you can give Warney, mate?
Well, I'm struggling a bit here. I'm not really concentrating a lot. Good bowling. Up a little short, flat. Still wasn't going to spin much, but it was a rolling leggy. See the leggy that turns, it'll probably drift into the right-hander. Grip on the pitch. Bad ball.
Yep.
Bad fielding.
That's the one.
Our team's falling apart here. After backing up well though. Better ask AB a question there. Get into him for the skipper. Seamer. Straight medium pacer. Thought for a while there it was going to be the flipper. He bowled it seam up. Just a bit wide, and Gucci and Viv are getting onto anything more short and wide today. Probably have to put a... Do you want anyone back, Warney? No, he's right. Just keep an eye out. Yeah, Warney's happy. We'll chase the 10 and over. It's either Bryce or he got a top edge, I'm not sure. No, it's Bryce.
Bit like Karachi here.
How much it was going to spin. Forgot to catch it.
Bit like Karachi.
Oh, he's up.
Give the final score at the end of the over, Ian.
The score, before I get hit in the head, 2 for 127 probably. Scoreboard's not even up to date.
2 for 123 here at the GABBA. 22 overs gone. Graham, can you hear us?
I can hear you well.
Playing particularly well. How is the heart rate going?
Heart rate's up. Needs to do a bit of gardening in between each ball, that's for sure. Especially the way Warney's bowling there. He's taking the one-step shuffle there. Still.
And the mate at the other end's going all right too.
Yeah, first time I've ever batted with the great man. Great honour for me.
And got him. Well, the leg break. Andy Bickle gets the great man out. Just trying to drive at the ball just a little bit slower in the inside edge onto the stumps. So some nice shots from Viv Richards, but sadly for the crowd, he's been dismissed. But of course, he can come back as long as 6 wickets fall before the 39th over. So I'm sure that at some stage in the next hour or so, Viv Richards will come back to the crease.
Yeah, Bickle's got the prize wicket there. Just ran the fingers down the seam and played it on. And there we have it.
Good crowd. Hopefully after tea time round about 20,000 people should be in at this lovely stadium now. It's Northern Ground, it's a stadium. Let's go down to Neil Evans, who has with him Viv Richards.
Well, Viv, you're hitting the ball so well out there, and you've certainly set it up for some big hitting later in the innings.
Well, it's just nice to be here, and it's a little bit hot out there. I'm glad that we utilized the opportunity for us to bat first. It is a good opportunity to get it out of the way so we can at least feel when it's a little bit cooler.
And the boys are still showing their form well. They're hitting the ball so well.
Oh, it's nice. The guys out on the field have been generous. It's been good, and it's just for a great cause. It's wonderful to be here, and I'm just happy to be part of that.
You certainly enjoyed your time down in Australia. It's been busy. The current crop of West Indians aren't going so well, but it's been great for you.
Yeah, that's all part to do with the parcel of performing and competing. And what I think is important is for the West Indies team now to try and learn as much as possible, because there's some positive things which you can take away when you would have lost a series that they have done so far. There's quite a lot, I think, maybe of pride, and people's got a lot to do in order to keep their places. So I hope that they realize that and continue to work as hard as possible.
That cut shot still looks pretty good.
Oh, it's fun, it's nice. I think it was nice of Stuart to just give me one in the area where I think maybe just to set things off a little bit, and it was okay.
All right, go and cool off.
Thank you so much, yeah.
So Andy Bickle, the man to get the wicket of Viv Richards with the leg break. Inside edge off stump. And the oohs and the ahs of the crowd. But he should be back at some stage in the next 17 overs or so. Jeff Dujon has come to the crease. And what a very good player he was in a great side. From Jamaica, current assistant coach of the West Indies team. 81 test matches, over 3,000 runs at a very good average for a wicketkeeper, batting at number 7, just under 32. Very acrobatic wicketkeeper, very fit, very good squash player as well. On the Jamaican Squash Open many years ago now, having a look at Jeff Dujon at the moment.
You're having Mark Taylor down there signing a few autographs, taking it easy with the feet up.
Nicely off the mark. Very fit man, Jeff Dujon. Hitting it to probably the fittest person on the ground, I would think, Pat Rafter.
He's very impressive, hasn't he?
Brought his own ball, I think. He's just following him.
He's certainly got it on the string.
Hope you're enjoying this coverage of the Ian Healy testimonial match. Players are certainly enjoying themselves. Another attempted leg break. Nice glove work from Ian Healy. Jeff Dujon will wicket keep for the rest of the world, but not for the entire innings. He'll be sharing his duties with Peter Anderson, the man who in fact got injured, and that allowed Ian Healy to be selected for Queensland. So some irony when Peter Anderson comes out to keep. Oh, good delivery. A little bit quicker. Just a little bit of inside edge, but the drift was there as well. No drift with Merv Hughes. 23 overs gone. The rest of the world after winning the toss. 3 for 125. Three for 125. Graham Gooch playing very nicely. 66 from 75 balls. Desmond Haynes retired hurt with a sore neck. Worshall's LBW in a testimonial match. That may be a world first. Andrew Simon brilliantly caught by Pat Rafter at wide mid-on, moving to his right. And Sir Vivian Richards in the last over, bowled by Andy Bickle for 17. Shane Warne to continue to Graham Gooch. And Gooch will hit him straight down the ground to mid-on, and he's out. So Mark Taylor, who's come from signing autographs, normally takes the catches off Shane Warne at first slip. If memory's correct, I think he took over 50 catches from Shane Warne at first slip, and he takes one from him now for the first time, I'm sure, at mid-on. But Gooch, who played very well, out for 66. So he's out at the beginning of the 24th over. Of course, he can come back as well. The batsman dismissed in the first 39 overs can come back.
Good luck, mate.
As we throw down to Neil Evans with Graham Gooch.
Well, Goochie, it's a long way from Essex, but you certainly put on a real good show.
Yeah, it's great to be here, and found located the middle of the bat a few times, but unfortunately Warney's got me again.
Look, I just have to ask you, I've got in my hand here a couple of these new grips that you used out there. Can you just tell us about those?
Yeah, it certainly helped me, and yeah, they're good. You get a nice feel on the bat, although I'm not really sure what a good feel on the bat is these days, but yeah, it was all right, and it was really good, and good wicket, and it's good crack out there.
They seem to be a little bit more sort of rigid, I guess, than the old style grips. Must help you to hang on to the bat a bit more.
Well, just a nice feel on the hands there, and it's even nicer when the ball goes off the middle of the bat.
Certainly a who's who of cricket in your team, and it's great to pull all these players here for Ian Healy.
Yeah, certainly Ian's been one of the great ambassadors for Australian cricket, and a great wicketkeeper batsman over the last decade or so, and just we're all delighted to be here to support him, to have a great day.
Just finally, you must be buoyed by England's success in Pakistan.
Yeah, just nipped in and nicked the series on the last day, and they're on an upward curve, and if they can keep on that way, it should be a great Ashes series next summer.
All right, mate, very well batted.
Thanks.
Neil Evans there, reviving memories of World Series cricket. The players were interviewed on the way off until Dennis Lee put a full stop to that. One day after getting out for naught and being asked, "That was a bad shot, Dennis." And that wasn't a great shot from Graham Gooch, who played beautifully today for his 66. So Shane Warne gets paired to bowler, changing the commentary position. Barry Richards, and with him, Australian captain Steve Waugh.
Thank you, David. Brian McMillan is the new batsman. Recently retired in South Africa. A healthy average, nearly 40.
Sorry?
Very good all-rounder. And with me, Steve Waugh. I suppose, Steve, the one that you've been asked the most. How's the injury?
Yeah, it's feeling pretty good, Barry. I've done a bit of work over the last week or so, and I'm pretty confident I'll be there for Boxing Day. But I've got a fitness test in a couple of days' time, and that's where I'll really find out whether it's 100% or not. But at this stage, I'm backing myself to play.
That's good news for all Australian fans. Australia in a real role at the moment, and Adam Gilchrist, he must be a delighted man as well, and he performed really well. Adelaide, not an easy place to win test matches.
Yeah, sure. I think it was a great win for Australia, particularly after losing the toss and knowing they had to bat on a difficult wicket in the last couple of days. Even a low total of 130 is not easy to get. So I thought it was a really good team effort. A lot of batsmen contributed. Colin Miller taking 10 wickets was a great achievement for a guy who hasn't played for the last 3 or 4 tests. So and Gilly did a good job. He seemed to have everything pretty much under control. The field placements were spot on. Bowling changes were good, and he had composure in the difficult stages of the match. So it was a very impressive all-round performance.
Yeah, always a bit tough when you start off in the side, the legs to bat, and gets nearly 400. Puts you under a little bit of pressure straight on. This man wasn't there, but he's back in action. Finger injury for Shane Warne. Just getting a little bit of drift too, so he's getting some purchase on the ball. It's just a bit short. Pat Rafter, he's been a star in the field.
Yeah, that's been the whisper going around that he's got a good set of hands and he's taken a good catch already. But I think most guys involved in ball sports are generally pretty good at other sports, so it's not really a big surprise that he's doing well out there.
Mind you, playing other sports is not always the best way to go. I can remember a game that the golfers played at the MCG a few years ago. Stephen Leamy copped one on the finger, couldn't play, and Craig Parry pulled a hammy.
Yeah, it's generally the way you play another sport. Even in the cricket side, we play games of touch footy, and there's always some sort of injury at the end of it. So you probably are better sticking to the sport that you're best at.
4 for 128. Good over from Warney. Successful one. 2 wickets for Stuart Law. 1 for Warne, 1 for Bickle. No success for Merv Hughes or Craig McDermott. 66 Graham Gooch, just 76 deliveries. Desmond Haynes, I don't think he'll be back. Just been down in the change room. That neck's not looking all that good. Kepler Wessels, well, there's a first, as David Hooks mentioned, LBW in a game of this nature. Andrew Simons, as we mentioned, also very good catch from Pat Rafter. They're the successful bowlers. It's Andy Bickle again. The rules for this game, and there's a few changes from the normal one-day format, in that in the 40th over, the 2 12th men are going to be pitted against each other. That'll be interesting in itself. And in the last 5 overs, the tailies have a go. If 6 wickets are down before the 40 overs, then they've got the facility to bring back one of the batsmen. You might see Viv Richards again, may see Kepler Wessels or Andrew Simons. 4 for 129. Into the 25th over. You would have played against Brian McMillan. He's a pretty good competitor.
Yeah, I actually go back quite a while. I've played against Steph Dujon as well, and they're both quality players. Both excellent players in a crisis situation, and they've got their teams out of trouble numerous times over the years. Brian McMillan, more a worker of the ball. Jeff Dujon is a stroke maker, an elegant stroke maker who gets on with the job. But they both have had tremendous careers, and as I say, in tough situations, these guys could always be called upon to do the hard work.
What's your view, Steve, on keepers captaining sides? It's always been, it seems to be a bone of contention, and Gilly handled it pretty well. But through the years, it's always been tough for the keepers to, especially in a 5-day situation where you might have to keep for a couple of days, and you've got to concentrate on every ball and then make the right moves as well.
Yeah, it's a difficult question to answer, but I think these days the game has changed a little bit in the way we look upon captaincy. I see captaincy as a guy out there leading the troops on the field, but behind the scenes there's a lot of other people contributing to that effort, and even on the field there's other players having input and can take the pressure off the captain these days. So perhaps it's not as the same sort of role as it was 5-10 years ago. I think even in Adelaide you saw a lot of the other players contributing. You know, the vice captain Ricky Ponting, Mark Ward, the experienced players came in and gave Adam quite a bit of help. So I think if that's the situation, there's a possibility that the keeper can become a captain. But I would suggest if he's left alone to himself to make every decision and to work hard behind the stumps and to bat, I think it's going to be a difficult scenario. But if there's a lot of good help around him, I think it's possible.
Well, he'll be delighted, Adam Gilchrist. I know how much he loves his cricket, and to captain his country would be an absolute thrill for him. There's the leg spinner, well spotted. More work for Merv, who's signing autographs and opts not to go for it.
He's not stupid, Merv. He's down there in the shadows, staying nice and cool out of the hot sun out there, so showing a bit of experience there, Merv.
I'm just trying to work out, that's a pen. Is that to scuff the ball, get a little bit of reverse swing? Heels, are you there?
Really? Because I've been in next time.
Heels, we're just talking about captains and wicketkeepers. You finding the job hard out there?
Well, I can't get anyone to listen to me. That's probably first problem. They're just interesting in the atmosphere and watching these blokes bat. They're enjoying it out here. So.
Yeah, they obviously respect your Heels. It's Steve Waugh here, mate.
Yeah, g'day, Tony. How are you, mate?
Good, mate, yourself?
Not bad. You're right about Merv too. He's standing in the shade. If he wasn't in the shade, he'd be melting. Second and third spelling on the ordinary.
Now, I suppose if you're keeping, you need some support, and AB's there. AB, can you hear us?
I can, Barry, yes.
I mean, you've got that man behind you, the pest.
The fruit fly, yeah. Oh, look out. Yeah, well, that was his nickname, wasn't it? Fruit fly.
Yeah, we're just a bit worried about him if he gets a wicket. He hasn't got one so far. He might give that ear a bit of a touch-up, and you've only got one left.
He's threatened to do that. I'll be avoiding him if I can.
Oh, I think he thought he was charging. Wide sucker ball. There he is. No aerobics for Merv today. And some pretty handy fielding.
Looks like they're coming out pretty well for Warne. He's trying a few different deliveries there, and I guess on his way back to try and get into the Australian side, he's got to take it reasonably easy, but he's giving those fingers a bit of a workout that day, trying some different deliveries. The leg spinner, the top spinner. I don't know whether he's able to flip it yet, but it's good to see him back in action, and hopefully he can get some good performances under his belt and work his way back into that Australian squad.
Now, we saw him over in Hampshire playing in county cricket. That must be an interesting one, and a tough one for selectors as well, whether to let the bowlers go over there and play 6 months of cricket off-season.
Yeah, it's certainly a dilemma for the, I guess, the Australian Cricketers Association and the Australian Cricket Board to make a compromise there. I think probably the easiest way to look at it is if someone goes over there and they believe they can benefit from playing cricket, they probably should go there. And if it doesn't work out for them, they're going to probably struggle the next year when they come back, and they might not get picked in the Australian side. So it's a decision that the player has got to make in his own best interest. I think most of the players are going over there for the right reasons, to try and improve their cricket and to, I guess, get different experience in different conditions. But if you come back and it affects your cricket, then obviously you've made the wrong decision. So I'd like it left just up to the players' own judgment as to whether they think they should go to England or not.
There's so much money involved in sport, and the television rights now very, very valuable for all sports. That's beautifully bowled. Look at the loop on that spin. Andy Bickle again. Wholehearted cricketer, Andy Bickle. He's just a wonderful man to have in the dressing room. Country lad from Queensland, always bustling up, and one of those fellas you need in the side to G you up.
Yeah, Bickle, look, if you're going for the best 12th man in the history of the game, Bick's definitely it. I'm sure he'd rather be in that top 11, but it shows a lot about his character, the way he goes about his duties as a 12th man, always sacrificing himself for the sake of the team. But that's a pretty good shot there from Dujon, back down to the onside. That's nicely timed shot, and that was a hallmark, a trademark of the way he batted throughout his career. It was beautiful timing.
He loves to play off the back foot, Jeffrey Dujon, and he just beat Rafter to the fence. Straight down the ground. And here's Pat Rafter putting in the big ones. He's been the star in the field. Got the boot to it. Not enough. Didn't take enough pace off it.
It looks like he's been watching Glenn McGrath with that bit of fielding there. Could have done with his hands, I think, at some stage.
That's probably for the whole Australian team, is it, Steve? 9 million in prize money. Wonderful effort from Pat Rafter. Not even 30 yet.
Yeah, we're not quite approaching 9 million, I don't think, as a team. Yeah, 9,000 maybe in the last year, but yeah, tennis is certainly a different game, and it's individual sport, and I would suggest probably a lot harder than a team sport where you're on tour and you've got the mateship of the guys around you. Tennis, being by yourself, is probably a much bigger ask to be on tour, so full credit to him, winning 2 US Opens. He's a great Australian sports person.
Yes, as you mentioned, 2 US Opens, and certainly in the Davis Cup, very committed. Unfortunately, in the last tie against Spain, just having that cramp problem, not able to complete his match. In Australia, of course, losing that now famous tie. Dujon 11, Macmillan just 4 for 142. A little bit of danger here. They need a good partnership. And again, Rafter quick off the mark. .27 overs have now been bowled. It's 4 for 142.
Harvey Norman for great Christmas gifts and the latest games and accessories from Microsoft. Save $10 on Age of Empires 2 Conquerors, now $44.95. Save $15 on Age of Empires 2, now $84.95. Talk strategy with your teammates online with Sidewinder Game Voice for $99.95. And Sidewinder Strategic Commander helps you to move, deploy and command your force more efficiently, also $99.95. Great Christmas gifts available now from your game specialist.
Standout Graham Gooch, 66. And he hit one to Mark Taylor at deep mid-on. Desi Haynes, just the 10. Kepler 11. Andrew Simons 10. And Viv Richards, disappointment for everybody, out for 17. Nice loop, a little bit of in swing, and that's usually a good sign the leg spinner's getting a bit of purchase on the ball.
Yeah, Craig McDermott, 6 overs, none for 28. A little bit expensive. Merv Hughes, 6 overs for 24. Probably likewise. Stuart Law nipped him with a couple of quick wickets there, 2 for 20. Andy Bickle, 1 for 44 of 6 overs, and Shane Warne, 5 overs, 1 for 20.
They're coming out pretty well for Warney. Had a couple where he needed the fingers to get loose. We talked about a flipper. He bowled one, which is a bit wide, and Graham Gooch just nipped it down to third man for 4. But generally speaking, he's been on the money.
Yeah, and it's certainly not easy coming back from serious injury. Always a little bit cautious about how things are going to go and how his finger's going to pull up after the day's play and what it's feeling like now. I'm sure it's a little bit stiff and tender, and I'll probably pull up a bit sore tomorrow morning, but all indications are that they're coming up pretty good, and he'll be feeling confident after this bowl.
Bowls well at the Gabba, Shane Warne. They've always said it's a seamer's track, and generally that's right. I can remember a few years ago against England, he bowled quite beautifully. A little bit of bounce. The wrist spin seems to be able to get that extra bounce at the Gabba.
Yeah, it's actually a wicket now that probably suits the spinners more so than a lot of other wickets. Generally, first day there's a bit of moisture in the wicket where the quicks run in first day and dig up the wicket, and there's actually grooves in the wicket which stay 3, 4 and 5 certainly help the spin bowler. They're pretty hard, but they're sort of up and down, and with Warney's sort of pace through the air, he does get good bounce anyway. There can be some exceptional turn there, and he's got some great stats there at the Gabba. He's taken
maybe didn't fancy that one. And Pat Rafter, look at him putting in the great fielding. Gee whiz, isn't he athletic? Crowd are loving it, and so is Pat. Well, he's tidying up for you, AB.
I knew I had a good man behind me there. I'm saving my fingers. I've got a bowl now.
You're on, are you?
Yeah.
Good
Should
man.
see some action.
Well, it is turning. Warney's turning it, so you've got something to beat.
Well, if he's turning it, I'll go twice as far. Yeah. Thanks.
Look at this fielding. Down he goes, forward roll. 8.7 from the Russian judge, and back up again.
Obviously a quick learner too. The last attempt he went with the foot. This time he went with the hand, and it paid off for him there. A nice save by Pat Rafter.
Alan Border, left arm spin. 10 wickets in a test match, AB.
11.
Sorry?
11.
Who was the 11th, AB? You're not going to count Courtney, are you?
Was Walshy there? Yeah, he would have been in there. I know Dujon was in there.
It's amazing how batters can remember every single wicket they've taken.
Yeah, I think AB would probably remember the Sydney Test where he took 7 or 8 for. I can't remember exactly. He took a few in the other innings. He might have taken 10 for the match. It was an absolute 11 for the match, an absolute miracle. So you can see how now he hasn't lost. He's still landed on the spot there, but away she goes. Tremendous shot by Brian McMillan. 1 bounce, 4 runs.
And they're down the track. I think over the next 5 or 6 years, Steve, that's probably the side they'll build up the best from the fans' point of view. The one they'll want to see is when South Africa play Australia. 2 competitive sides.
Look, I think it'd be a great test match series, and actually you're seeing 2 great competitors now. They certainly had words out in the middle when they played against each other. It was generally Brian McMillan doing a lot of the talking and Alan Border sort of fending him off. But 2 players who really enjoyed test match cricket. But yeah, as you say, Barry, I think the South Africa-Australia series would be the ultimate in test cricket right now. South Africa are a really strong side. Very rarely lose a test match. Well led by Sean Pollock and having an excellent all-round side. So it's just a pity we don't come together sooner rather than later.
And fielding, of course, the new benchmark. Jonty Rhodes, we saw, set the benchmark. And I think Ricky Ponting is probably right up there. And that's one area where both sides are so good.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the sign of a very good side is the way they field out in the middle. And Johnny Rhodes is an exceptional fielder. I think probably up there with Roger Harper as the 2 best fieldsmen I've ever seen. Ricky Ponting for Australia is no doubt our best all-round fieldsman at the moment, and he is leading the way in our side and tends to get things going when we're struggling in the field. And that's an attribute you must have in a top-quality side, is the ability to get up when you're struggling, someone to put their hand up and do that exceptional piece of fielding, and Ricky Ponting often does that for us.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Now then, AB, your arm's got a bit low, mate.
I thought that was quite high.
Yeah, actually, it's not too bad an over. When you're only 5, you'd be pretty happy with that if you go through 5 or 6 overs of only 5 and over.
I'm very happy with 5 off the over. Seeing I've had the field up as well.
No turn?
I'm just holding the odd one back, you know, sliding it through, then I'll just rip one every now and then.
Yeah.
You know the tactics.
Almost did him in the flight this last delivery. Just fell a bit short. He took the mid-on back. If you left him up, he was gone.
Yeah, bad captaincy, see, Healy.
Wicket keepers can't do it, can they?
Nah, no.
I can hear that.
That's from the head of selectors.
He can hear me, so just got to be careful.
Yeah, you might get an extra over.
Yeah, we're just...
Yeah, with all the field up.
We're just bowling AB now so that we don't get Viv back in.
Smart thinking too. 10 for Macmillan, 13 for Dujon, 4 for 150. And again, just a little bit of in-swing. A nice loop for Shane Warne. He'll be really pleased with it. I know it's not the most serious game he's going to play in all year. It's always nice when they come out nicely.
Yeah, it's definitely a good sign for Warney when he's getting a bit of drift. That means it's coming out of the fingers well, and he's got his action all in the right places. But Brian's having a little bit of trouble, as he did throughout his whole career with Warney. Warney was always the guy who, once he got on top of a player, would mentally wear them down. And Brian McMillan was one of those players that Shane always fancied whenever he came to the crease. He'd have a bat pat on both sides, have a few words, and tempt Brian into playing a big shot, which often he didn't do. He tried to play him from the crease and had a few problems. But That's a sign of a great bowler. He can keep a player down. Warney has done that with a number of players over the years, most notably Darryl Cullinan. But Ryan McMillan, if you look up the stats, he's probably got him a few times as well.
Yeah, good duel. Tried the reverse sweep, try and break things up. It didn't work either. Oh, there's the bouncer. Well taken, Heels. Was that the signal, or did he just do it out of the
signal? I could
out
see
of the blue?
I could see the steam coming out of his ears after Mac had tried to reverse sweep him last ball. We have witnessed a miracle today, though. Mac has played a flipper for a single.
I saw him coming. Can't get him away. Partnership of 25. 30 overs coming up. 4 for 150.
Waiting. Yeah, let's go.
And a little bit of a misfield. In a really good over. Seven overs for Shane Warne, 1 for 24. I'd be very happy with that.